Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I have today the Millennium Falcon. And if you've looked around my channel, you've seen this kit before. The Millennium Falcon is the first Metal Earth kit that I built. And the first video that well, not the first video on this channel, but the first Metal Earth video. And that has expanded into a great many kits. Being that this was the first video I made looking back after doing 40 plus kits, it's not the best video, and I've thought several times about redoing it and just haven't, because I just keep moving forward. I keep buying more kits and I can't even always find the time to do all the ones that I want to do. But recently I picked up some knockoff kits and I have a video for that. And one of the kits in that knockoff that I picked up was the Falcon. And the reason that I picked up the Falcon is because I had done the actual Metal Earth kit actually twice. Why I didn't film the second time, I don't know. But in looking at the kit, I noticed that it was identical to the Metal Earth version. The pieces were exactly the same. The engraving was the same. The instructions were identical, except for there was more than just English on there. But it was the same kit. The big difference was that the metal was different. It's not as bright and shiny, and it's not the same mix. It's not magnetic, but otherwise it's the same kit and builds just the same. And I recorded myself building it because I wanted to see how close is it. So what I've done is, in a sense, gone back and redone the Millennium Falcon video. I wished I had the original footage, and then I would just make a better video with more detail. But videos take up a lot of space, and I don't always have enough to keep going forward. So it ended up getting deleted. I thought I saved it. I can't find it. Anyway, I've built this kit. This is the knockoff version. This is the 3D metal puzzle on eBay, which all of them have been removed by this point. I went back to find the user that I'd gotten these from, and in my description of the ones I bought, they've all been removed. No big surprise. But I built this one. I'm basically going to redo the video with more detail. So even if you're making the Fascinations official version of the kit, this video will be helpful. And it's something I want to do, is go back and redo this video. So here we go. This is me building the knockoff, but it also applies to the Metal Earth kit. Two sheets, just like Metal Earth. And we've got our instructions, which are kind of a knockoff. They're very similar to the actual instructions, and you can see more about that in the other video. Let's grab some tools together and get started. Some of the tools that I'll use. Pliers. Pliers are very helpful. I have a flat nose set of pliers, and this is from the Fascinations kit. And I have a long needle nose pliers. They can get into a lot of areas and hold on to long parts. These do not have any ridges on the inside, so they do not scratch up the kits as you work with them, and they're spring loaded, which is nice. Side cutters or flush cutters are, in my opinion, essential. You can do these kits without them, but it is so very nice to have something to cut the parts off of the tree nice and quick and even and easy. Tweezers are very helpful. They're very small and easy to manage. They're great for holding on to small parts, great for making small bends, great for twisting and bending some of the tabs. I like to have an assortment of different kinds. I have a fairly normal set of tweezers, a thinner set, and a couple of sets with very pointed ends for getting into very small areas. Round nose or ring pliers are very useful for shaping some of the curved parts. You can just get the metal in between there and just slowly bend it and curve it for all of the odd shaped areas of your kit. There's a number of different things you can use to make these cylinder shaped and round parts. I have a bunch of dowel rods that I've used, a couple of them sharpened for making cone shapes. I've also picked up some step mandrels that have different size round areas, or a very inexpensive drill bit set. This is a set that I got very cheaply that I honestly would never use to actually drill with, but there's a lot of different sizes you can use. I bent the first two tabs downward so that they came out inside of the kit and are hidden. I used my fingernails to bend them over once in place. Be sure not to bend the sides of part 5 and 6 at 90 degrees. The dish is one of the two most difficult parts in this kit for me. A dowel rod sharpened with a pencil sharpener helps a lot. Shaping the cockpit and tube takes a lot of patience as well. I used a tapered paintbrush to get started. Then some ring pliers. And a step mandrel. Make sure the very rear tab goes through the inner slot. The outer slot is used later. Oops, I forgot a tab. It helps to bend all the tabs so that they point towards the next connection. Many of the sides are not bent at 90 degrees, and you'll end up with tabs pointing out slightly and not lining up with the slides. Part 14 is the other not favorite part of this kit for me. It's just plain challenging to get these tiny pieces into place and bend over the tabs without squishing the part. It can be nearly impossible to secure them enough to keep them from moving at all. I initially twisted most of the tabs before realizing they need to be bent over, and then I went back and corrected the tabs. This video has been edited. I have not shown all the attempts, adjustment, and retries to get all the parts to fit. I also clip out some repetitive steps. It may make it look like this kit came together easier than it did. Keep in mind there's a lot of bending and adjusting to make parts fit. Work slowly, be patient, and take your time. I slightly twisted the tabs on 27 to hold it in place. Trying to bend over the tabs with no support is difficult and can go badly if your finger slips. Once the two halves are together, I will go back and bend over the tabs properly. Start at the front, secure a couple of tabs, and then just go around taking one tab at a time. That worked for me. And there you have it. Another Millennium Falcon to put on my shelf. And as I said in the beginning, this kit looks the same with the exception the metal is duller. It's not as shiny. It is not the same composition of metal. I don't know what its composition is. All I can tell you is it's dull and it's not magnetic. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And keep on keeping on.